Oh, that's just great! I've released all that warm air and it's trapped with nowhere to go! Actually, I've done it quiet, which actually sounds pretty amazing. Because hopefully I just don't want to annoy the neighbours and other people around. Blimey owl. Well, to be quite prudent here, I don't think I'll be vlogging once again. I don't think I'll be vlogging again next week because, like I can tell you guys, I am still interfering myself. Well, actually I'm not interfering myself because, to be honest, I'm still waiting for the warm weather. And to be honest, I might do some more analysis of some very warm weather for the UK. But how warm is it going to be? I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 21, 22, occasionally 23 degrees Celsius. Maybe, who knows, you guys have to tell me, because I can tell you guys, I think the warmth in 2019 for this year's summer is now becoming very scarce these days. I don't know why. But let's just take a look at what we've got now, and it's this one here. We've got a couple of seagull products. But once again, look at this. And I can tell you guys, they are still in generation 99, which is chronically amazing. And I've got two seagull products to basically, what do you call it, almost finish the week or so. I can't see any generations on the numbers here, and yeah, I might probably put the numbers with a pencil. So I might take a look at this one here, Lesser Black Backed Gull Wintering Variations 5-pack. Now this one here doesn't look like a wintering sort of gull because it doesn't have the brown streakings on its head. And if I take a look at the back here, all of it looks pretty amazing, but I can't see any brown streakings on the adults as well, which is quite amazing and a bit weird as well. But I'm actually going to be adding this sort of reading here, generation 99.99, because to be honest, I suppose this is the generation that we are currently in. And if I put on that one there, this one's also the same, Caspian Steppe Gull 5-pack. Both of these products cost the same price, but despite that, they actually cost different. This one here being £15, whereas this one here, £16. So it's a very different sort of interesting thing when you talk about prices between these two gullible products. Sorry for the pun. Well, yes, let's just take a look at the back of the Steppe Gull or Caspian Gulls sort of product. There's the Latin name here. I'm not sure if you can read that. Los Catchinans. I'm pretty sure that's a very weird sort of name from nowhere. Look at that. How is that a seagull? Almost looks like an owl. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure they might have just copied a Pokemon in a sense, because maybe it's the head tufts that looks like an owl to me. It almost looks like an owl than a seagull. How weird is that? But looking at the details onto these seagulls, they look pretty amazing, eh? And yes, they actually do look more seagulls, but I think this one looks more like actually looks more of an owl. But I think the colours, having that, just looks like a seagull, but that's not always the case. Same instructions thing, that's a bit boring. And yes, it's just all of the reading stuff, and yes, they're nameless, but they're all Caspian Gulls, which is very amazing indeed. This one here has got seagulls, but it has names as well. Why has it got a red beak there with yellow detailing on it? Is it because it's a second winter Lesser Black Backed Gull? It looks pretty amazing, doesn't it? Anyways, without wasting time, I might probably unpack these now. I don't think there's going to be any jump cuts, unless so. But I think I'm actually just going to, I don't know what to do. I can tell you guys, my nose is starting to itch me a lot though. So I might probably find a way to basically clean my nose. Maybe, I can tell you guys, I'm actually suffering from the flu at the moment. Sorry, that was a sneeze. Well, I decided to hop into my bathroom because I'm actually just going to fetch a piece of tissue. Unfortunately, I haven't got a piece of tissue from the computer room because my the tissue box is gone. So I might probably use that from a roll of tissue, which actually looks like this when it's nearly going to be dead. And this one there, right there, looks more like a tissue paper when it's still alive. And I'm going to use this just to blow my nose. I'm not sure how hard it will be, but I shouldn't be doing it. Oh god damn it! That's gotta hurt. Oh my goodness me, Christ! Eh? Oh, that is disgusting, man, eh? Oh, blimey! That almost just sounds like a freaking whoopee cushion to me. Yeah. Anyways, let's just go ahead and take a look what we have, eh? What's this one here? This is a seagull there. This is a, I wonder what this type of, lesser black backed seagull is like. I think it's a 4th winter. They've got red detailing on the words here. 4th winter lesser black backed gull. This one here is a 5th winter because it looks like an adult sort of lesser black backed seagull, but I can't see the brown streakings. Maybe it's like a full adult plumage one. And I think it suffered a major fault. It can't flap that properly, but I've just got it to work now because I think it was what was actually not working was the wings. The wings were playing up, so that's why it was like that, I suppose. Then we've got this one here, which is like a 1st winter sort of lesser black backed gull, not herring gull in a sense. And it's got the name 1st winter lesser black backed gull. This is a 2nd winter lesser black backed gull. It looks pretty amazing. It's a very nice, interesting bird, an ideal trip to the seaside or anything like that, I suppose, where you find herring or lesser black backed gulls. Very amazing. And this is the 3rd winter lesser black backed gull, but it looks pretty different because if you look closely, the wings are a lot more browner than grayer compared to this one here. And even though they look pretty much the same, I can't see any brown streaking on the head here as well, comparing to basically the 4th winter version of the lesser black backed gull, not herring gull, versus the 3rd winter. I can't see any brown streakings on the head here. So if I have a bit of a close look here, I can't, maybe there is. I just don't know. Well, I'm actually just going to separate the lesser black backed gulls versus the Caspian gulls because I just don't want to make it super difficult for people to just analyse on what they're just basically watching on YouTube, eh? I mean, if I was like, I could tell what guys say, I would never just feel like I'm literally just a cavaler. If I was a cavaler, well, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to produce any videos on YouTube these days. But anyways, this is the Caspian gull. Sorry for being a bit daft there. But this is what the Caspian gull looks like. They're found in somewhere around, possibly around Eastern Europe and Asia, perhaps. Maybe Southwest Asia. It's actually quite a very interesting sort of bird. Maybe Western Asia, I would say. And it's actually quite interesting. It looks like a combination of the herring gull and also the lesser black backed gull because of the lighter grey backs and also the yellow feet and also the yellow beak as well. Look at that, it's actually got yellow feet, and if I have a bit of a close-up look here, the feet are actually yellow. Can you see it? I think that looks like green to me when it's in the screen is basically flashing towards it. It looks more like green and yellow. But I think maybe, I'm not sure, if you go a bit backwards I think it looks more yellowish, to be honest, I suppose. Maybe I need to basically turn off that brightness thing because I think it can be a real nuisance to basically try and deteriorate what colour these birds are and what they are actually in reality, of course, I suppose. They actually look quite nice in the way they flap. And yes, they actually look very, very nice indeed. And no matter how good or bad these types of birds are, pretty good to the touch. And to be honest, guys, I would have never thought that this would actually happen, and I'm actually just signing into my account because I just want to have a bit of a very sneak peek, or should I say a major sneak peek, of some weather analysis. Well, to be quite prudent here, I think before I should start the whole weather forecast, I'm just going to put all of these seagulls, or should I say Caspian seagulls or steppe seagulls, inside this packaging now. And yes, because they're not really real seagulls, they don't actually suffocate. Just stop acting like a very blooming sort of idiot. And maybe the best way to basically put these products is basically right over there. There. That's what you call storage. Well, just as I loaded Mozilla Firefox for today, I suppose I'm actually going to load up to BBC Weather Northfield, and I'm actually going to be very curious to what the weather is going to be like, hey? Let's see how much rain we're going to be getting for Oh, it looks like we're actually going to have a bit of light rain. And to add to that, not just that, a bit of light rain, it's actually starting to turn a little bit warmer as well, so maybe you might start to wear your summer uniforms, because I think the sun will be very strong. I think the UV index is very low, and if I scroll down here, I'm pretty sure it's the way it is. I just feel like I just feel like it's very interesting and intriguing at times. I just don't think the summer uniform is very ready at the moment for many secondary children, I suppose. And yes, it looks pretty amazing. Actually, I suppose I just think 19 degrees is, I think it's a bit okay. There you go, here, 19 degrees. I just think it's a bit too, well, let's just say a little bit very unpredictable. And what's quite funny is that my part of the UK, which is the West Midlands, and England in a sense, I think we're going to have some very drier weather from next week, and I'm just hoping it would be. It's actually going to be raining on Wednesday, but also I think it would also be raining on Thursday from next week. But it's only going to be a very small chance. And to be quite honest, and to add to that, I suppose, I think next week, I would say the following week after next week, I would say the following after next, I just don't know what I'm pronouncing, what I'm saying, guys. I think from next week, it's going to be like that, but on the following week, after next week, I think we may start to see the whole continuation of incessant cloud, and maybe a bit of temperatures that can only just go up to 21 degrees Celsius, which is a bit of a letdown, but to be honest, guys, these are just average temperatures. And I'm just sort of curious that maybe this could be a real doppelganger effect to other parts of the UK. And I'm wondering, as I said in many other videos I've just uploaded throughout this week and maybe last week or so, I'm just hoping it can translate well to the Northern Hemisphere. I just don't think so. Well, let me just take a little weather here. And what we do know is that high pressure is actually nudging towards the very south part of the UK. And also central parts of the UK. So if you see that high there, let me just have a closer look at this thing here. Yep, as you can actually see, low pressure is still with us, a very huge unsettled week as well. So I would say there's no difference here. Low pressure is still on the north, and high pressure is still with us. And I think, hopefully, when we have high pressure, that is going to be very amazing indeed. But I think what's mitigating this whole effect, and to be quite prudent here, I haven't used the word mitigated in a sense. I think what has been totally mitigating the whole heatwave effect is the fact that the Azores high, or the Bermuda high, is unfortunately not getting stronger. I think the amount of heat from, let's just say the amount of heat from the Mediterranean and North Africa are actually not that strong enough. So it's actually not picking up that much winds, and if they were picking up so much winds, actually I had a door creaking in the background, it would actually be much better. Maybe for my meteorological research, I'm literally just going to be searching the Azores high, because to be honest with you, I suppose, it's interesting to say that it is actually related very well with high pressure in a sense, and this is the Azores high. I'm not going to be too educational enough because I need some more rest. If I just kept on education, if I did a whole bunch of education throughout the whole day, I suppose, unfortunately, I'm just feeling like I'm just going to be oh so drowsy. But anyways, as I'm going to be talking of now, I might probably search high pressure as in the area, high pressure area. So I might try and type that. And one thing I would say is that it's more of an anticyclone. And one thing I would say is the tell difference between a cyclone or an anticyclone is that an anticyclone is literally a weather front that doesn't have any precipitation in it, which is very interesting to say, I suppose, And just because it's high pressure doesn't exactly mean we're going to have no clouds. We're still going to have some humidity, meaning that there will be some clouds as well. And there's actually a very interesting reading here. It says, the influence of the Azores high, also known as the Bermuda high, brings fair weather over much of the North Atlantic Ocean and mid to late summer heat waves in Western Europe. Now, just because we're going to have mid to late summer heat waves doesn't exactly mean it's always going to be very, very possible. And it's the sort of topic that makes people very, very edgy. It's also worthy to note that the UK is one country like other places which have the same sort of climate, and the climate that I often have in the UK is the oceanic climate or maritime climate, because we get precipitation all year round, but we have, let's just say, cooler winters, but we also have warmer summers. So we don't actually tend to get summers as high as 40 degrees Celsius. Or do we actually do? But anyways, I think that's basically about that in this video, and I think if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, and subscribe to my comment, and also comment down below, of course. And don't know why I'm reading it, because I don't know. I'm actually not suffering from dyslexia, as as you may know, suggesting the fact that I'm actually quite more of a confident, YouTuber in a sense. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, hope you enjoyed this. It's been quite interesting as always. Thanks for watching, and bye for now, and I'm still waiting for the goddamn warm air. Bye.